I think that every Baptist pastor longs for the day he can hear his children say the words, "Dad, I want to be baptized." Well, I was sitting right here at our kitchen table when our son was standing right over there by the sink, and he said to me the words, "Dad, I'm gay." Now what? That's a very big question, actually. Now what? And it's more than just about our relationship between me as a Baptist pastor and my son as a young adult who is gay. It's much more than about that. It's also about Christianity. It's about how we as Christians relate to those people who are of the LGBTQ plus community. It's also about members of the LGBTQ plus community who are Christian or who want to become Christians and place their faith in Christ. And so there's a lot here to think about. There's a lot here to navigate. And I've come to discover two things anyway. One is that this is much bigger than just what are your thoughts on is homosexual behavior sinful or not, or is same-sex marriage to be affirmed or not. It's much bigger than that question, actually. And it's also much more than just the few passages in the Bible that really speak specifically to homosexual behavior. It's really about the entire Bible. And so those are a couple of the things that I've come to understand. But I'm going to invite you to join me on a journey of understanding. I'm going to really go back to the beginning of my understanding in all this. And I'm going to be honest with you along all the way. And let's frame it this way. If you can think of just imagine a long lake. And on one shore of that lake are standing those who very much are in a traditionalist position, that same-sex marriage is wrong, that homosexual behavior is sinful. And so that's the one shore. And then on the other shore, across the lake, you have those who are really what we'd call an affirming position. Those who would be affirming of same-sex marriage, and those who would be affirming of including members of the LGBTQ plus community fully into the life of the church. So you have these two shores. And I'm going to be honest with you, first off, that my launching point is the more traditionalist shore. That's where I've come from. That's where I was raised, really. That's where I've been. And so that's my launching point. But I'm also going to be honest with you that I've been sailing in the middle of the lake. And I'm going to be honest that sometimes my heart wants me to go sailing towards the affirming shore. Meanwhile, my head wants to take me back to the traditional shore. But other times, it's actually my head wants to take me over to the affirming shore, while my heart wants to take me back to the more traditionalist shore. And so I'm going to be very honest along this journey, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that has been having mixed feelings and mixed thoughts about all of this. And I think especially those of us that have members of the LGBTQ plus community right in our own families or within our church families, I'm sure we have mixed feelings. I'm sure I'm not the only one. So maybe you have no mixed feelings. Well, I invite you to join with me on this journey and to maybe discover some mixed feelings. But maybe you have mixed feelings, and you're certainly welcome. Everybody's welcome to join me on this journey. And I call it a journey of understanding. And so let's go sailing together. Let's go sailing. Thanks for joining me. And by the way, hit subscribe if you want to be sure not to miss any of the. There's going to be quite a number of vlog posts that I'll put up. So hit subscribe, and I guess you hit the wee bell too if you want to be notified about those when I put those up. So let's go sailing. And thanks for joining me.